Hey everybody. All right, I'm doing a couple more faux food goodies, and I wanted to make some candy corn because I couldn't find any already made, little candy corns. So I'm going to go ahead and do like I do for my clay Christmas candy canes. And what I did is I just took some of the Model Magic and I colored it orange and yellow. And you can use acrylic paint, you can use the Crayola markers. You can use whatever you want. Now with this you have to condition it, remember that, okay? So you just want to start like pulling it like you would taffy, putting it in your hands. The candy corn, that'll be easy enough to do. And I might do a cane where I can do like, candies as well to put on top. Do you see how it starts stretching? That's when you know that you've got it to where you need it. Because if you look at this, well, let me get this rolled out real quick and I'll show you the yellow difference. You just want to make a snake. Don't put these together till you're ready. When you're ready, you're going to want to make them the same size. But I'm going to cut these in half so I can do candy corn and some candies. I think I have a little bit more orange here than... Man, I'll tell you what, this stuff sticks together like crazy. So that's why you don't want them together till you're ready. So give yourself room. Those look about the same. And I put them back in the bag, the rest of it, until I'm ready to use it. Just to make sure it doesn't start drying. Because this you don't bake, remember that. This you let the air dry, hence air dry clay. Okay, and like you saw what I did with the orange, how I was conditioning it. You don't want to start working with it when it's like this, where you just pull it, see? You don't want that. You want to work it, condition it, and you'll know you have it conditioned when you're able. That's still not ready because it breaks off too easy. There. See the difference from when I first showed you to now? That's how you want it. All right. So let's put that. Remember, you want about the same thickness. Let's start over. So I hope you guys are doing good. What's everyone doing? Leave me a comment below. I always like to know what everybody's doing. We've got the Santa Ana wind starting, which I hate because being in California, that's what drives brush fires, which start to be a nightmare. Let's please pray that we don't have any this year. The last 4 years we've had them. It's like part of the weather now, and I hate it. What's the weather like where you are? Alright, so now candy corn is, I always get this mixed up, always. Let me look real quick. Why don't I remember this? Why? White at the top, orange in the middle. Oh, I have it right. I have it right. Okay. Now forever hold your peace, because these will not, you will not get them apart, and if you do, some of the orange will end up in the white, vice versa. And this is a little blade from Hobby Lobby in the, as well as this in the clay section with the Sculpey. Alright, so now what I want to do is I just want to bring these together a little bit. Flatten it out a little bit. I want them though kind of chunky because they're going to go on one of my faux cakes. And this cutting board I only use for my crafts. I do my salt dough on this. Okay. So now the thickness is probably about 1/4 of an inch. It's not real thin. And it's pretty wide. I didn't make them real narrow. So I'm going to come in just to make your little you might have to mess with it a little bit. I don't care if they're kind of wonky. It's kind of cute. And I do like the thickness for what I'm using them for. And you could always make it thinner. Like I say, I made these bigger so the candy corns aren't going to be real little. Cute. Oh, you know what I did? By the way I cut it, I had the yellow on top. Oh well, I don't care. Let's see. You know, you could make jewelry out of this too, guys. You could make earrings. You could just put a hole in the bottom or the top, whichever. Like I said, you can fix these if they're a little wonky. It's not a big deal. And if you wanted these to look more retro, which I'm going to show you in a minute when I'm talking about what I made before. Oh well, you know what? I'm going to make them the way I'm going to make them. Some will be on top, some won't. And that's just the way I'm going to do it, because to cut it in this angle, I think I have to keep doing this. The ones I made before, which I'm going to go get right now and I'll show you. Here's the suckers I made out of the plaster of Paris in my candy mold. And it's old, it's very old, you can tell the tip's gone. I mean, I've had it a long time. Anyway, it was real white, just like this, but then I took in some antiquing and made it dark so it looked old. Also, these I think I got these from Michael's, I believe. But all you would have to do is get some foam and cut it into the shape, paint it, and put some of these little styrofoam beads. I also made these cake pops, and these are out of styrofoam. This is a styrofoam ball, and I believe this is a ping pong ball with your spackle and our homemade sprinkles from Sculpey. And like I say, I've got videos on this, and I'll put it in the description box below. I also did some of these little pumpkins, and this again is with the plaster of Paris and a real chocolate candy mold. And I just put burnt umber on the back to look like a chocolate sucker. And I also did my pet ghost, and this was a few years back. This is his sister, and I put her in a Dollar Tree cup, and she's made out of a ping pong ball and some cheesecloth that I stiffened. Isn't she cute? And I'm doing something with her brother that's in a jar. So I've made these videos too a couple years. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 years ago, but I'll put the video again in the description box so you can go look at that. Okay, so back to this. So yeah, the way that it's cut, it's just every other I'm getting the white on top. And again, I don't care. And you don't want to get these close together, like I said, because if you put that next to this, it's going to stick together and then forget about it. These are so cute. And you can make them smaller just by making your pieces smaller. Okay. By doing this, I might be able to get about, well, maybe I did it too much. Can you hear those winds out there? It's awful, you guys. I mean, they kick up something wicked. I'm not kidding. I wouldn't mind the wind if it didn't bring the fires. This is a wonker. I don't care. Look at it. Kind of cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I think I'm going to make just a candy. Okay. Now I'm just messing with this, guys. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't care, because I'll just cut little discs and it'll be candies I can put on my Oh, I can make a marshmallow. Ha! Oh, look. I'm going to do that. Or buttermint, after dinner mint. I've got a couple cute marshmallow DIYs for Christmas coming up. I wanted to do them last year and I didn't have enough time, but this year I am doing them. Alright, I'll be back once I get these cut. Here I had that piece left and I started rolling it out and I got a head and a body. I'm going to make it a candy corn snowman. I think I'll put that as his head, his hat. I didn't mean to do that either. I want to kind of put the hat at an angle. Oh, that's cute. I don't want to stick that on yet. Once you do, like I said, you're not going to get it off. I love messing around with this stuff. I'm going to put this over to dry. We'll decide. I might make him a magnet for my refrigerator. I still got to finish him off. I should make him a... You know what, you guys? Hold on a minute. Okay, so you got your white. White's a little bit bigger. I think candy corn decor is so cute for Halloween. Need a little more yellow. Okay. I just want this to match up. I think I'll put white in the middle. I used to make clay, little clay figures and sell them at the school when my kids were little, when I did a lot of boutiques. And all I had at that time was Sculpey. And Sculpey is, I mean, I like it. I do, don't get me wrong, but boy, I'll tell you what, it is hard on your hands when you're trying to condition it. Now they have other things that you can put into it that makes it a lot easier. Thank goodness. Oh, that's about right. A little more white. Then I'm going to make some pumpkins out of the rest of my orange, because I don't have any tiny little oranges. I don't have any tiny pumpkins, and I need them, so. I made bears, and they were holding pumpkins, and I sold those, and those I put on a rat tail ribbon for the teachers, because teachers love stuff like that. And I used to work at the school. I was a teacher's aide for the SDC and RSP classes. Probably some of my greatest memories were those 5 years that I worked there before we moved, when my youngest was in elementary. And all my kids went to that school at one point. Very good memories. And then I made pumpkin earrings. Those sold really good too. Go back in the white. And I keep them in, I just get these sandwich Ziplocs from Dollar Tree. These come in really handy. Now you could make these into sugar sticks. I mean, if you made it bigger. You know the sugar sticks you get? And I'm just messing, guys. Now I don't care if it's like a candy corn. I don't care about that. Okay, could make the little, or twist it, and there you're going to get your, there's your sugar stick if you want little. Isn't that cute? Clay is very, oh, what's the word? To me, it's very cathartic. You know, well, crafting is for me, period. But okay, so I think I will use this as a candy sugar stick, because you don't need anything too big where I'm putting these. Then this tiny one, you could just make a tiny little, it could be a tiny little candy. Put cellophane on these and tie it on the ends if you wanted to make it look more You know, like what you would get in the store. But I'm going to leave mine this way. Okay. Now I'm going to make a couple pumpkins, and we're going to call this done until I embellish, and I'll bring you with me when I'm embellishing. Okay, so for the pumpkin, like I said, I want something little. So you're just going to make it into a ball. I don't have my tools down here, but we can do it with this. I'll show you. I think I'll use this to make that indentation. Because I'll get some brown and then what you come in and you hold on, let me just get this done and I'll bloody pumpkin. But these look really cute on your faux desserts. And I'll make a couple leaves. I'll do one more and then I'll do the rest off camera, and then, like I said, I'll come back and show you. I'll make one a little bit bigger. This one I'm going to make more of like a oblong. Because pumpkins are never all the same shape or size, are they? Come in and once you get the stem and the leaves in, it all comes together. I hope you can see that. Let that dry. So if you can't find pumpkins, you know, the size that you need, because sometimes, like for my stuff, I need very little ones for some things, or, you know, around this size. A lot of times you can't find them. I'll make this one a little bit bigger. And if you wanted, which I might do, is with a skewer, I might come in and paint the skewer, because a straw wouldn't fit on these. It would be too big. It would look funny. But you could make these suckers. Well, I mean, if you wanted to make them a popsicle, I guess you could. Okay. Now this is bigger, look, you see? But that's what's nice about being able to make your own. You can make them whatever size you want. You don't have to worry about going to the store or hunting for them. When you do this, this brings it down and gives it more of a pumpkin shape. And make sure to make your hole big enough to where, let me show you, that you can get in there when you make your little stem. And I'll show you that too, how I make the stem and the leaf. But anyway, you want that to be big enough to hold that, okay? Okay. I know the lighting isn't very good, but right now it's what I have to work with. I'm trying to think of something I can do up in my craft room, a setup. I'm waiting for an IKEA for my room, but I have better light up there. Anyway, okay, so that's that. I'm going to let you go. I'll come back when I get ready to start putting the stems on, and then we'll, the next video after that will embellish my goodies for Halloween and fall. Guys, remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever, ever forget that. There's only one you, and you bring something to this world nobody else can. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.